Welcome to today's trade days on Signal. We see what the market is doing from where we left off. And in my previous video, I talked about how we find ourselves in this consolidation. And from the point that unless price broke above, either above or below these levels, we cannot be expecting any tangible good trade from Euro USD. And from what we are seeing from this level, we can see even though I picked a trade from this mitigation block previously in our last episode, you will understand. And if you watch the video fully, you will understand I said is a risky one and that we might not, what is it called? It might not give us what we want in the market, but at the same time, it's a very good something for us to capitalize on. Coming from this massive rejection from this upside down, I mean, from this upside, and the way we close below this low, in a way that okay, we created a shift after the liquidity above all these highs were taken. And it's given us a very good mitigation block, even though I entered before the something. But what do we witness yesterday? We see that the price creates shift, even though personally I was actually expecting price to still continue to move in the low, I mean, toward the downside of the market. But like I've said earlier on, that we are within consolidation and we have to be very careful with the way we take our trades from within. And the reason why, another thing that signal the fact that we might not be expecting any tangible movement is because going up, we can see that there is no imbalance. Coming down also, there is no imbalance. There is proper mitigation of all these levels coming down. And if you look closely, the same thing happened from this level. We close below this low, then we see the imbalance was filled, properly filled, and we come to this level. The imbalances here, this is the only imbalance that we have here. It's God field. We did something because this internal structure mitigates this power level perfectly, and we see. But for the fact that price is still coming back there, we see that price come back to that level, create another something, and we are moving forward upward again. And as you can see from this level, we have a nice trade from there. But nonetheless, price come back, take out the level, and at the same time. So it is a very long something, and if you check daily, you will understand better that we find ourselves within consolidation. We are within a consolidative market, and on weekly is where we're going to understand it better. And as you can see from this level, we can see our price is just throwing weak between all this level. And this internal structure on weekly is a very good OB on daily, and we have a trade resting below this level here, and we are anticipating that price is still going to come into that level, take the level, and go into the highs. And from what we are having from within this consolidation is, anything can happen, and we have to be very, very careful in the way we take our trades. From this leg that was created again, we can see there is only one thing we can see from within this level here again. If we look closely, we can see that there is one characteristic that separates these levels from this particular one. And from what we have here, we've gotten a shift in the market. And as you can see, the liquidity below this low was taken properly. That's minor turtle soup. The liquidity below the dollar was taken, and this is the leg that sponsored it. And as you can see from this level, and the reason why personally I did not follow through on this particular level was the fact that the internal structure that was created here wasn't damn pretty much closed above, or even though it was closed above in a small manner, but I was anticipating and expecting that we're going to have a very good closure above that something. And that's the reason why personally I did not capitalize on that level. And that alone give us a trend change in the market. That give us a very trend change, which is structure break above that level. We did not close above it, but nonetheless, we anticipate another something because that's not the only opportunity that price is going to create for us. And this will give us a minor MSS in the market. And if we look closely, all these ones are taken out because that's the investigation block that was transcended. And we just have to take them out. We have this internal structure again that reacted from, I mean, that gave a very nice reaction from this level into the higher. And if we check closely on 15 minutes, we see that this our mitigation block that we picked on 4 hour, this particular level is a very nice mitigation block in the something. It's a very nice mitigation block. But nonetheless, we have this internal structure from within this level that properly mitigate the level. But sticking to 4 hour, we can see that we might still be anticipating price coming down to that level because on 4 hour we have this imbalance here and anything can happen from within that level. So the only thing that we can spot, even though we look at this level, the same thing happen from something around this corner. Let's check daily. We see we'll be able to pick the level correctly with what happened from within this leg on daily. Let's let's take it so that at least we'll be able to check it through on forward. If you check through this level again, you can see that we have this liquidity below this taking. We have this shift already, and we have this internal structure, and another internal structure was created. And this is the level we have this level as well. This is the level, yes, this is the exact level that I'm looking for. We have this particular something in place. And looking at the level, we are anticipating to buy from this level, but this internal structure resists price from coming down to that level. And we have the liquidity there, still not giving us anything. Then we see price react from that level into the high, but there is difference between this level and this level from what we seeing like that, we can see that this internal structure is already properly mitigated. But if there is any reaction, if we're going to establish another dealing range for us, is going to be from within this level. So here, automatically using structure, here will become our strong low, where we'll be anticipating that, I mean, where we'll be expecting that price is going to hold, price will not give something, then this is the mitigation block that lies perfectly above that stronger, which we can be expecting price to react from in the future. So since we have this level here and there is a lot of imbalances that have been created from within this level, we might, there is no assurance on something yet, but we might be considering the fact that okay, since imbalance has been created, this leg might sponsor the move above this high, above our consolidation that we are within. This is a consolidation something in the market. So we have these levels, and the only place that is kind of something for us to buy from is this particular level here. So this is the only level we'll be looking to buy. So we're going to make it 22 pips, something in the market. So, and that will give us 66 pips for return. Where we'll be anticipating, we can see that price is almost fulfilling that level. But since we are in a consolidating market, anything can give a nice reaction for this price to come down into any of the levels, to come to our mitigation block. And we might not have price going above where it came from. So that's the reason why we stick to this 1 to 3, try to see what price is going to give us, the reaction we can have from within this level. So just this is in place just in case anything happens in the market. There is no assurance on it. We are waiting for the consolidation to be over, and that's the best way for us to have a very nice trade in the market. But nonetheless, I'm working on new something, and we've been facing a lot of drawdown with the consolidation. So we need something that at least if we are in consolidation on higher time frame, can go on lower time frame to still have something good to capitalize on. But nonetheless, we continue to learn, fold, and everything, and unfold ourselves. And one thing I've learned with what is happening currently is there is no static or rigid expectation from the market. The market will continue to do one thing forever. So we just have to learn to adapt and change with whatever price is doing at the moment. So that being said, this will be the level we'll be anticipating to buy from, and this is where we're expecting if peradventure price is able to come down to that level. But nonetheless, we could have easily flow with the market. But with what price is doing, we are not expecting or anticipating any tangible something from that level. But non that will be the end of our something today. Have a lovely and a profitable day. I guess that's all.